depths of an untamed jungle where the air hums with secrets carried by twisting vines and the rivers roar with tales of ancient danger, two wandering souls collided in a moment that would forever alter their destinies. This is no fleeting romance or simple campfire story, but an epic saga of passion forged in peril, of promises whispered under starlight, and of a love that dared to defy the merciless wilderness itself welcomed to. Hearts in the Wild, a breathtaking odyssey where love becomes a weapon against the untamed heart of the jungle, a force strong enough to conquer fear, hunger, and the ever-looming shadow of death. Prepare to lose yourself in a tale where every step is a gamble and every heartbeat a victory. Eli was a botanist driven by an insatiable hunger to uncover the Amazon's rarest orchids. His hands stained with earth, his eyes alight with the thrill of discovery. Lila was a wildlife photographer, her lens trained on the elusive jaguar, her spirit as fierce and untamed as the creatures she pursued. Their worlds collided on a swaying rope bridge strung precariously over a churning river, its waters frothing like a beast below. Lila's lens slipped from her grasp, tumbling toward the abyss. But Eli lunged forward, catching it midair. Their eyes met in that suspended moment, a spark igniting as the jungle seemed to pause its endless rhythm. Eli grinned, his voice teasing as he handed the lens back, saying she owed him one. Lila's lips curved in a challenge, replying only if he could keep up with her. From that fleeting exchange a fire was kindled, one that would burn brighter with every shared sunrise. They became inseparable, venturing deeper into the jungle's emerald embrace. Their days a whirlwind of discovery and laughter. They waded through crystal streams, the water catching the sunlight like scattered diamonds, sketched rare plants in weathered notebooks, and photographed monkeys swinging through the canopy, their chatter echoing like a chorus. They cooked simple meals over crackling campfires, the smoke curling upward to mingle with the stars, and under those same stars they shared their dreams, their fears, and the quiet hopes they'd never dared speak aloud. Eli taught Lila the names of every flower, their petals soft as secrets. Lila showed Eli how to see the jungle through her lens, each frame a story of life. Untamed, they carved their initials into the rough bark of a towering kapok tree, a silent vow to face whatever trials the jungle might unleash together. But the jungle is no gentle lover, it is a crucible that tests the soul as fiercely as it tests the body, and it spares no one, not even those whose hearts beat as one. One fateful night a storm descended like a vengeful god, its winds howling as they tore through their camp. Rain fell in relentless sheets, lightning splitting the sky as their supplies were swept away by the swollen river. When dawn broke they stood amid the wreckage, their maps soaked to ruin, their bearings lost. They were stranded deep in uncharted territory where the jungle turned predator, its beauty masking 1,000 threats. Vines seemed to coil tighter with every step, as if alive with malice. Every rustle in the undergrowth carried the promise of danger. They faced venomous snakes, their scales glinting like polished jade, navigated quicksand that clutched at their boots like greedy hands, and heard the bone-chilling growl of a jaguar stalking their trail, its eyes glowing in the dusk, yet through it all their love. Was their anchor a beacon in the suffocating dark days, bled into night's hunger, gnawing at their strength, hope, flickering like a candle in the wind? But Lila's courage burned fierce, her eyes blazing with defiance, while Eli's knowledge guided them through the jungle's labyrinth. They crafted spears from sharpened branches, filtered murky water through makeshift charcoal sieves, and traced their path by the faint glow of constellations. Their love was no longer just a feeling, it was their lifeline, their reason to rise each morning and fight for one more day. One evening, as the sky bruised purple, they spotted a faint trail of smoke curling above the canopy, a whisper of salvation, perhaps a village. But the jungle was not done with them. The smoke lay beyond a gaping chasm, its depths plunging 200 feet to jagged rocks below. The only way across was a fallen log, slick with moss and treacherous as a serpent's promise. Lila froze, her fear of heights crashing over her like a tidal wave, her breath hitching as she stared into the void. Eli took her hand, his voice steady as stone, urging her to look at him, to remember they'd faced worse together. "You are stronger than this," he told her, his words a lifeline. "I love you, and I'm right here." Her heart thundered, but his gaze held her steady. Step by trembling step, they crossed the abyss, their hands locked in a grip that spoke of trust deeper than words. On the other side, they collapsed into each other's arms, tears mingling with breathless laughter. They had won, not just against the jungle's final test, but for the unbreakable bond they'd forged. Reaching the source of the smoke, they stumbled into a small village where kind locals greeted them with bowls of steaming food and dry blankets. The village was their sanctuary, a haven where their battered bodies could rest and their scarred spirits could heal. They were alive, their love not merely intact, but stronger, tempered in the jungle's fire like steel in a forge. The trials had reshaped them, stripping away all but the truth of their devotion. Years later they returned to the jungle, not as strangers, but as partners bound by vows spoken in a quiet ceremony under the same kapok tree, where their initials still stood carved deep and enduring. Now married, they guided groups of wide-eyed adventurers through the wild, sharing the lessons they'd learned, and the love that had carried them through the jungle had tested their limits. But in its crucible their bond had become unbreakable, a testament to a love that outlasted the wilderness's wrath. Love is an adventure, wild, unpredictable, and often perilous. Eli and Lila found it in the heart of danger, where every step was a leap of faith. and every choice a declaration of trust.